We're doing a special segment of our housing crunch this Wednesday instead of our usual Monday for renters. Our renters taking the brunt of the housing inventory shortage. Today we're talking just how expensive it's getting to rent in Utah with the Utah Housing Coalition. Before we jump into the interview, a look at the numbers. For a renter to use the recommended 30% of their income on a 2-bedroom property, Summit County renters would need to make more than $25.40 an hour. In Salt Lake City, a renter would need to make $23.15 an hour, and in Wasatch County, a renter would need to be bringing in $22.29 an hour. Here to talk with me about what those numbers feel like on the ground, Utah Housing Coalition's Executive Director, Tara Rollins. Tara, thanks for being here. We appreciate it.
Well, thank you for having me.
So, I mean, those numbers really don't match up. The average Utah renter is only making about $15 an hour. How is that feeling to you on the ground? What are people experiencing?
It's devastating right now. We are in a place where I thought we'd never be. I think that, the pandemic has really helped open the doors to understanding what's happening, on the ground with renters. And the fact that we depend so much on low-wage earners to get us through this pandemic, going to the grocery store, daycare workers, service workers. I mean, think about all the people, stocking shelves. Those are all low-wage earners, yet they can't live in our community. As well as our teachers, firefighters,
Right.
Same.
How much of their incomes are they being forced to spend right now?
We have about 70% of people paying more than 50% of their income to housing, and that's on extremely low income. And
which makes it just impossible to save any money.
Exactly, or even make it. You have one hiccup.
Yeah.
Your car breaks down, you can't make it to work, and next thing you know, your hours are cut, or you lose your job, and what do you do?
We were chatting before the interview and you mentioned the eviction moratorium, which has been kind of a fail-safe through the pandemic, ends this week. It ends in just 3 days.
Yes. So the moratorium ends, and we suspect that there will be some evictions, higher rate of evictions that will be filed. We're just asking, landlords to work with their tenants if they can. You can apply through the state portal, either the tenant or the landlord, for rental assistance, especially if it's COVID related.
Right.
And we're seeing more, again, a surge in numbers, and so people are once again probably not able to work, etc. So it's tough out there. People are using the credit cards to pay their rent.
We are going to talk about resources for the renters, the individuals, in just a moment, but your organization works with, as kind of a lobbyist, to work with kind of from the top down. What can our leadership be doing to help in this situation? What are you working on right now?
Well, I think we have an extremely one-time opportunity in the state to invest in housing with the opera funds that have come in from the federal government. There is, lots of funding. And if we were able to get housing on the ground very quickly by converting properties, I think, we could get ahead. Right now we have 80% of the people that are showing in the first quarter of this year have experienced an eviction. And so if we could stabilize people before that, I think that would be extremely helpful. Whether it's for non-payment, harassment, we need to help people.
And this is a phenomenon we don't usually see, is that we do have the funds. Because of the pandemic, the federal government, we have the money. It's just putting it where it needs to go very quickly. I'm so sorry we have to go, but where can people go if they're a renter and they need assistance immediately?
I would dial 211. 211 will be able to get you to a resource across the state. And so we have all these, we have community action programs that are running the program right now, as well as landlords could go onto the state website. And
the good news there is, again, pandemic money available
for
renters.
Absolutely.
We're speaking with Tara Rollins, Executive Director of Utah's Housing Coalition. Tara, thank you so much for being here. We'll link all of these and more on our website, abc4.com/GMU. Stick with us all summer long for more on the Utah Housing Crunch here in Utah. Live interviews with the housing experts every Monday.